Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with StewiejP. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 9 British medium tank, a Centurion 7-1 being driven by my clan commander, Struth from 1AR. A hell of a nice guy and always up for a good laugh in a platoon and a random battle, and a hell of a nice bloke as well. Anyway, this time on this battle we are on Mountain Pass. And it's a random battle. It's a Tier 10 game. There's only 3 Tier 10 tanks on the enemy side, and Struth in his Centurion 7-1, which I believe received a bit of a buff in the 917.1 patch, is looking for a couple of cheeky snipey shots as that T54 lightweight hopefully lights the enemy tanks as they cross through this little gap. There he is. There he gets the spick, gets lit, fires a shot at him. Doesn't quite connect, only misses by about 1.5 inches, I reckon. And the IS-7 and the Panther 2 and the VK have all been spotted, but that IS-7 looks pretty well hulled down. But Struth going for a cheeky shot as he's going to emerge around that corner. Unfortunately, the IS-7 gets unlit just before the shell lands. He might have connected, we're not really sure. Bounces off the top of the Panther 2, the Tier 8 German medium tank, and just waiting for some more cheeky opportunities. That Panther 2, looking at the mini-map, looks like he's going to try and light Struth up, as well as whoever else is sitting back here, ready to put some pain into the enemy team. The spick gets lit again. The low, or the louver, if you want to be like that, cops a shot into the side of the turret from Struth, and he's accurate, very accurate British gun. Of course, the standard rounds for the Centurion 7-1 are APCR, which does on average 390 hit points of damage, 268 penetration. Another shot, not a bad roll there, 414 hit points of damage into the Tier 8 German premium heavy tank. And of course, if you need a bit more penetration, you go for the Hesh rounds, which give 210. No, they don't give any more penetration. They give a little bit more damage. That's unusual. I haven't noticed that one before. Maybe that's what they changed in the buff. Anyway, Struth has picked up 1,244 hit points of damage so far. A fair bit of that into that low, who's on around about 600. Waiting for that low to make another appearance by the look of it. Or maybe even the Emil 2, if the Emil 2 feels a little bit brave. Mainly Tier 9 tanks in this battle on both sides. And a handful of Tier 8s, of course. A defender is a defender on Struth's side. They seem to be everywhere. Maybe I should buy one. I don't know. And there's my old mate, 28. How do you say his name? Nat1. It's Tristan backwards with 28 at the front. Anyway, 1-1 is the score. Struth's picked up 1,244 hit points of damage so far. And from here on in, try not to blink because it gets pretty quick. 2-2 is the score as the defender goes down. And Dark Apprentice, my old clanmate from Empire, gets killed on the enemy side. AMX 30 looks like he's getting a little bit brave. Cops a whack from that big British shell straight into the turret. But the Baby Batchat gets killed. The Pershing gets killed on Struth's side. The 113 gets taken out. Struth getting a little bit of attention here because he's right up at the front where all the interesting stuff happens on the southwest corner on Mountain Pass. Looks like the enemy mouse has got into a very unusual position over here. That's where all the shenanigans happen at 1AR on a Saturday night. Look out for another 1AR. Another shenanigan video coming really soon. 5-4 is the score. Nearly 2,500 damage so far. A little bit blocked from Struth, and he's just looking for an opportunistic shot on that VK 4502B, the heavily armoured Tier 9 German heavy tank. Lucky. And there you go. Thank you very much. There's his kill. The IS-7. Piccolotti in the IS-7 doing a really good job distracting that VK 4502B so that Struth could put another shell into him. Puts another shot into the low. The IS-7 picks up the kill, bringing the score up to 8-6, which is not a bad. Looking a bit better than it was just a couple of minutes ago. Looks like artillery just put a shell into the Emil 2, the Tier 9 Swedish auto-loading heavy tank, which looks like he might be on the reload. That's probably why he's hiding behind that mountain over there. 8-7 the score now. Struth looks for a shot in the Emil 2. Then I think he realises that he's all the way behind that mountain, so it's time to help Schmick in his E100. It's not a bad, it's a pretty cool name. And Struth goes, yes, thank you very much. 110 out of the game. 9-7 the score now, 2 kills. Nearly 3,500 1,000 damage. He's still got plenty of health, which is pretty handy in a medium tank when at this stage of the game, when if you've still got a little bit of health up your sleeve. That Leopard picked up the kill on the E100, and now Struth needs to get rid of that tier 10 German medium tank. Auto aims at the back of the German tank, sets him on fire, so picks up sort of double the amount of damage that he would have picked up. The IS-7 does the job and kills the tier 10 German medium tank as Struth goes hunting for this Emil 2. The auto loading tier 9 heavy Swedish tank on pretty much, not full health, but he's still on 1300. He got a shot into him, cops a shot, backs right up because he obviously knows it's an auto loader, and this is not a bad bit of play here. Just wants to keep him distracted, keep him entertained while that IS-7 gets around behind him. You can see that on the mini-map. The T54 also trying to distract that Emil. I reckon is that 3 shots or 4? I reckon it might be 4. Struth puts a shot into the Emil, and then the T44 does its job, picks up the kill. 5,284 hit points of damage. You'd be pretty happy with that in the Centurion 7-1, the tier 9 British medium tank. And now it looks like he's going to try to go and help with that mouse. Look at the artillery, the M53, M55. What's he doing? He's clearly going for a bit of a derp. He's probably on TD mode, and he does it. The tier 9 artillery, the American one, picks up the kill with a derp shot into the side of the mouse. As we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results, it wasn't a bad game at all for Struth in his Centurion Mark 7-1. It's an ace tanker mastery badge, a quick ace tanker, but an ace tanker nonetheless. He picked up the bruiser medal for doing some module damage. That probably would have been when he set that Leopard on fire, I would guess. Fire for effect, of course, for doing more damage than your hit points. Confederate for hitting more tanks than anybody else, and the high caliber. He absolutely had a rip snorter in that game. 5,675 hit points of damage for 2 kills, 1278 base experience, fired 17 shots, 16 hit, 14 went through, 5, 6, 7, 5 damage, 16 from a distance of 300 or more meters. A little bit of block damage, and that was enough for an ace tanker mastery badge. In the tier 9 British medium tank, the Centurion 7-1. Profitable game too, 32,500 credits bottom line with a premium account. And even though it only went for 6 minutes, it wasn't a bad ace tanker as well. And of course, my old mate Tristan 28, or Tristan 82 backwards, in his T54 lightweight had a ripper as well, doing a bit of spotting damage and damage. He probably aced that tank in that replay as well. As we move on to the second game of this double shot of tier 9 action. This is Beau B from Think Clan. Of course, Beau B also has his own YouTube channel, which I'll put a link in the video description below if I remember. He's top tier in this battle on Himmelsdorf. In the T54, very popular Russian medium tank. Of course, it leads to 2 brilliant tier 10s, the T62A and the Object 140. Both very handy tanks, very good clan war tanks, and are very fun tanks to play. Of course, the T54 tier 9 Russian medium tank has AP rounds for a standard ammunition, average 320 hit points of damage per shot with 201 penetration. If that's not enough, your heat rounds will give you 330 penetration, as long as you don't hit any spaced armour. As he goes for the hill on Himmelsdorf, he'll be looking at that T49 thinking, I don't want to be derped, but I'd really like to put a shot into the lightly armoured American Tier 8 light tank. Just establishing himself a position on the hill on Himmelsdorf, looking for a few cheeky snipey shots, which you see a lot of people do, but Beau B doing the right thing here. Before you worry about, or before you start looking for your cheeky snipey shots on the hill on Himmelsdorf, you've got to clear out whatever's there. Of course, that 1390, you should be able to comfortably bounce a few shots from that Tier 8 French light tank. But you need to get rid of whatever's on this hill. You need to get rid of it before you start doing these cheeky snipey shots, because you might be overrun, and then you can just farm damage to your heart's content. Blocks a shot from the T69, and if you look closely, you can see Beau B has 2 marks of excellence on his Russian Tier 9 medium tanks. He puts a shot into the T69. He's bouncing that T69 very well by staying hull down. It's got a very strong turret, the T54, and so he's just bouncing shots from the AMX 1390, who he's just killed for his first kill. And of course, that 4-shot autoloader, the T69, has probably only got 1. That's probably it for his clip, as the T49 thinks, I really need to get rid of this dude. But he even bounces 700 hit points of damage on the T49 from the derp cannon, Now that T69 is most certainly on the reload now. It was at least 4 shots. As he gets a nice shot into the AMX M449 Liberté. T69 running like a girl because he needs to, because he's on the reload. He's probably not that far off reloading. He keeps getting tracked and he absolutely gets owned on the hill in Himmelsdorf. That AMX M449 probably regretting coming up to the hill, or probably maybe even blaming his team, because his team haven't really done much on the hill. As Beau B picks up his second kill of the game, 2,704 hit points of damage, blocked nearly 1,700, a little bit of spotting as well. 6-2 is the score. Looks like he's thinking about switching to heat. What would he be? Oh, don't do that. Does a bit of a roll. That's all right. He's obviously been watching Wargaming's Gold League, because there's always a bit of that in there. Fires clutch and gets a shot into the J Panther and the sides of that E75. Maybe he was thinking of the E75 when he loaded these heat rounds, but he shouldn't need it for the sides. J Panther is still there. Fires clutch again, this time not so lucky. And looking at the mini-map, looks like all the enemy tanks, apart from this defender, are in the northwest corner. Gets a nice shot into the side of the defender. Premium, the new premium Russian heavy tank. Looks like he's looking his way. Does have a pretty good alpha, and looks like the defender's just fired. So Beau B can just smack him again. 4-2, 4-2 damage. Quite a bit blocked and quite a bit spotted as he goes looking for these last tanks that are all cowering like scared sheep in the northwest corner of Himmelsdorf. Tiger P, the Panther, and the AMX 30. Why the AMX 30 is cowering back there when you're a top tier medium? It really should be playing back where all the action happens. Looks like the Tiger P is going to get the focus first. He's on there's 1,450 hit points on that tier 7 German heavy tank. As he turns back around, aims, shoots and tracks him, so he should get some assisted damage by tracking the tier 7 German heavy tank as well. He does, and one shot into the AMX 30 is enough to kill Lightning Man, carrying at the back. 3 kills for Beau B from Think Clan on Himmelsdorf, as we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser, Shell-proof for all that block damage, Fire for effect, Confederate, High Caliber for doing the most damage, at least 20% of the enemy team. Look at that result. 5,474 hit points of damage, 3 kills, 1,381 base experience. That's without a daily double or any kind of multiplier. That's his base score. 23 shots fired, 20 hit, 19 did damage, nearly 5,500 hit points of damage. 1690 blocked, 1321 detecting or assisted damage, and that was enough for an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from Beau B. Don't forget to check out his YouTube channel. Handy tidy little profit there. He maybe fired a few premium rounds, but not really many, once he realised that the enemy tanks were very, very kindly showing him the sides of his tank. So there's a couple of tier 9 medium tank replays of Centurion Mark 7.1 featuring Struth, one of the best commanders I've ever worked with, and the bonus T54 Ace Tanker battle on Himmelsdorf. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.